Hey Sunshine Fam, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Chloe and I'd like to welcome you to the Sunshine Fam. If you are new, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button below and the notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. Hit that like button, that helps distribute my videos, do comments, that kind of thing. I'm going to try not to move around so much because my camera and my tripod is on my bed, so it's kind of moving around a little bit, so I apologize if you're motion sick and it's kind of moving around. I'm sorry. I have a lot to talk to you about today, and I'm sorry that it's taken me 3 weeks to make this video, but a lot has happened in the past week. So let's just jump right into this, shall we? So last week, Silver Star was on vacation from work, and she finally did her video for the International Wolf Sanctuary. Now, I don't know if she's uploaded that onto her YouTube channel. She did put a video on her Facebook page, but she was going to try to get that on her YouTube channel as well. So you can always find her under the name of Star Shadow Silent Paw in the description. If you're not already subscribed to her, please go and do that. Otherwise, there's a way that you can look her up. She said it's something like at silverstar13 something or other. So I'll try to get that information from her and give that to you in a future video, or just look in the comments below and I'll try to update you on that. So you can go and look for her videos and subscribe to her as well. So she finally went to the Wolf Sanctuary. She was totally in heaven that day. But let's jump into my eldest daughter, which would be Clary. Now, as you know, she has a daughter named Adriana and a son named Simon. Well, I guess at Simon's last doctor's appointment, they found that he had a heart murmur. I don't know how long he's had it. I don't know if it just showed up on the scans or whatever, or in the appointments, and I don't know how they found this part of it, but they found that he also had a little hole in his heart. So I don't know if they did x-rays. She's not very forthcoming with me as far as giving me information, and she's not always the quickest at asking questions to the doctor. She just goes in and the doctor tells her what they tell her, and then she leaves and doesn't think to ask questions. So some of this is speculation, some of this is truth. So I don't know if they found the heart. I'm pretty sure she said that they found the hole in his heart that day. So they had to do a CAT scan or a CT scan at Children's Hospital, and that was done last Thursday. So they did find that he did have a little hole in his heart, and he had to have open heart surgery. Now, he doesn't turn a year until August, so he's still under a year old. And he doesn't act like he's sick, and I guess when his dad was a baby, like a week old, they found that his left valve in his heart was smaller than his right valve, so they were going to go in and do surgery, and the day of the surgery, his mom had gone to a prayer breakfast and said prayers for him, and then when they went in to look at his heart again, they found that the left side was then expanded to match the right side, so he didn't have to have the surgery. But I guess he still has heart issues, maybe, or they kind of keep an eye on that. So I'm not sure if this was passed on from Simon's dad or not, but Clary's husband. And so he went in for the surgery this morning, Simon did, and he is out of surgery now, last I heard, and he's doing well from what I understand. They can't see him for an hour, so I think they're still in the waiting period as I'm making this video. So she's been keeping us all updated, and she plans on staying at the hospital. He's got to be in the hospital for 3 to 5 days, last we heard. That may change after, they find out more information today from his surgery. And so she plans on staying at the hospital the entire time. She's not even going to go home. And while I support her, I also question, why wouldn't she go home and take care of her daughter? Because her daughter still needs her. She did get the time off of work, but she should, understand that he's in the hospital in a very well-respected hospital at Children's Hospital in Minneapolis, and the staff there is fantastic, and he's in good hands. So if anything happens, granted, she's not close to where the hospital is. She doesn't live very close to there. But she has to understand that he's in good hands, and if something does happen, I'm sure they'll notify her, and then they can immediately, you know, drive down there and be with him and stuff. So she's kind of a worrywart. When he was in surgery, she was going out of her mind, wondering what was going on, you know, and the surgery was supposed to last 4 hours, but she wasn't hearing anything, and she's like, what's going on, and blah, 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 and I'm like, you need to take care of yourself. And this is the reason why. Because last week, we found out that Clary is now pregnant with baby number 3. We're not sure when she's due. She thinks maybe around February. They'll find out in July of this year when she's due. And of course, I'm extremely concerned about this. They are currently living in a trailer home with her husband's father, which the father owns the trailer home. They did have a cat named Oliver, but I guess they had to get rid of the cat because the cat was scarfing down the food and then getting sick all over the house. So her father-in-law had to tell them to get rid of the cat. So I'm, of course, very concerned about them bringing a third baby into a smaller trailer home, and where are they going to put everybody? So prayers for the family, please. But in my last video, the Q&A, I did get some more questions, but I'm not going to answer those here. It might be a new series that I'm going to do. You know, Ask Chloe or something like that, or Dear Chloe or something like that. But I did get some questions from a couple of people. I'm waiting for some more people to ask questions. And John, thank you for your comment, and Silver Star, thank you for your comment on that video. And thanks to the 5 people that have liked the video, but I do need more likes on my videos, especially the one that is titled Chloe Needs to Move, Winter Storms and Chloe Needs to Move. Because at the end of that video, I said if I could get that video up to 50 likes, then I would upload a very embarrassing video that was of me years ago before I started doing YouTube. I filmed myself, and 45 minutes after making the video, I didn't remember any of it because at the time I had a really bad pain in my shoulder, and so they put me on Vicodin. Well, to give you a little background history of my health, most people for a headache need to take 2 aspirin or 2 ibuprofen to get rid of their headache. I only need 1. Well, I think I don't remember how much they gave me, but they probably gave me like the lowest dosage, and I was so loopy during this video. My hair was a total disaster. I look horrible in the video, but I was acting totally out of my mind. And so if you really want to see that video, I can certainly upload it, but the video that you need to put the likes on, I need to get at least 50 likes on that video, and the last time I checked there was only 3. It is titled Chloe Needs to Move. And so you need to look up that video, watch the video all the way through, and then leave your likes on that video so that that is, if you really want to see that video. I'm sure you do. I've got 300 subscribers now, exactly 300. I did have 303 and then it went down to 300. So more subscribers would be appreciated too, because I'd love to do some live streams, but I need 1,000 subscribers in order to do live streams on my phone. And so I'd also have to figure out how to get into my Chloe page on my phone. I got to figure out my password for that, because I can get into YouTube, but it's under my real name for some reason, and I got to remember, I have to try and figure out, I think I can research it on my computer. Because if I try to do live streams on my computer, my webcam isn't all that great, so the quality isn't that great, and it kind of skips out and does all that stuff. So I would love to do live streams for you guys, but I can't do that if I don't have 1,000 subscribers. So that's why I keep asking for you to subscribe to my channel, become a member of the Sunshine Fam. I'm also still noodling the fact about doing merchandise, but I've got to figure out the back end of it. How do I market it on my YouTube channel? What should I charge for items? What items should I make available? That kind of thing. To all of you. And I've been watching other YouTubers, and I guess YouTube must be changing things, because a lot of these YouTubers are now saying that their videos are now demonetized. I'm not monetized at all. Like I said in my Q&A video, or my answering your questions video, I don't make a penny off of YouTube. This is just something I do for fun. And that's not why I'm doing YouTube, but it would help with another issue that I had going this morning. So if you want to see me do merchandise, please leave your comments below and let me know what you'd like me to start with. I could start with like maybe hats and t-shirts. I'm looking into maybe hooking up with a company in town here that does like screen printing on clothing and stuff like that, to find out how much that they would charge and how many I need to buy as a minimum. And so I don't want to put the money into it if you guys are not interested in it. So let me know. So the other thing I had to do this morning was take my car in for repairs, because every time I hit a bump, my car it was rattling in the upper right or the upper left corner on the driver's side, and it sounded like my engine was going to fall out of my car. Well, it turns out that the coil fell apart. So I already had a very hefty bill of some major repairs that had to be done on my car back before I went to San Diego. And now this one isn't nearly as high, but it's pretty up there. So we have to add this to that old charge. So I was able to get an increase in my credit limit, but now it's like I was hoping to maybe research and go over to Ireland next year, but now that puts that off for a while, because I've never been outside the continental US, but I would love to go to Ireland, go to Dublin and stuff like that, look at the countryside, sit on a street corner and just listen to them talk. I love their accents. I don't drink, don't smoke, don't do drugs, never have, never will, but I would love to go over there and see the country. I think that would be absolutely fascinating, see some of my roots and stuff like that, because I am part Irish. For those of you that don't understand why I'm choosing the name Chloe Murphy, for those of you that know me by my real name, Chloe, I did mention this on the video before, comes from the Christian book series Left Behind, and Murphy was my maternal grandmother's maiden name. So Murphy is part of the family. It's just not my real last name. So that's where I get the name Chloe Murphy from. And so, yeah. So that's been my day so far. And the other thing is, I'm not sure if I really want to show this very well. I do have a doctor's appointment this afternoon. I have to get a biopsy on a spot on my leg that they're kind of concerned about. So I have that this afternoon. So while my car is being repaired, I'm sitting here at home making a video for you and waiting to hear back from the car place and waiting to do my doctor's appointment. So by the time you see this, the doctor's appointment will have already been over. Probably won't get the results right away, so I can certainly let you know what transpires from that. I really don't expect it to be anything, because every time I go to the doctor, it turns out to be nothing. So the other thing I was going to talk to you about, just briefly, because I don't know how much time I have left on my camera. It is still going, but like I said, I don't have a camera that has a screen that comes around, so I don't know where I'm at. And I don't want to bump the camera too much. When I got back from San Diego, I fell into a deep, deep depression because I didn't do out in San Diego everything I wanted to do, which was to look for housing. I did do some research on jobs out there, but I didn't look up anything to do with housing. So when I got back here, I felt defeated and deflated and realized that unfortunately it's just not going to work for me to make my dream a reality to move to San Diego right now. I'm not completely closing the door on it, but it's going to have to be held off for a while, if not forever. I can always go out and visit there and that, but I really want to move out there because I really hate living here in Minnesota. So I fell into a Great Depression, and to make a long story short, I almost took my life a few days after I got back. I was sitting here at home and feeling very down. I didn't even tell my kids how I felt. And I have a box of sleeping pills that I take when I'm out of NyQuil, because I have to take NyQuil because I don't sleep well at night without some kind of sleep aid. And so I was seriously sitting here and bawling my eyes out, listening to different songs. Some of them were Kenny Loggins songs, which you think, well, why would that make her cry? Well, there's a song that he did called Meet Me Halfway. And so I was listening to that song crying, and I found another song that's a Christian song called Truth Be Told. And I was listening to that and bawling my eyes out, and I was literally crying really hard for like 45 minutes. And I almost took my life that night. But obviously I didn't, because I'm sitting here talking to you. But I'm doing better now, so there's no need to be concerned about me now. But every time I come back from California and realizing that I have to live here, it really brings me down. But I thought, being that it was closer to summertime, maybe I wouldn't fall as hard this time, but I did. So, I don't know. But, on another subject, I do plan on making a few more Adventures with Chloe videos here in Minnesota. One, I would be going up to Grand Rapids, Minnesota, to go to the Judy Garland Museum. Not sure when that's going to happen with this car repair. I'm hoping to do it this weekend, possibly with a guest. But I'm not sure with these car repairs. Hopefully they can get the car repairs down a little bit for the parts. And I also am thinking of doing some videos here around the Twin Cities area. One would be in Stillwater, which is close to the Minnesota-Wisconsin border, and the other one is at an outdoor sculpture garden right near downtown Minneapolis. So I'm thinking of doing those for Adventures with Chloe videos. Those are 3 that are in the hopper. I haven't quite made them yet. But those are my next ideas of places to go to show you guys. And so if you guys have any ideas of where you want me to go, somewhere here in Minnesota, or even close by in Wisconsin, or maybe in northern Iowa or something like that, not too far of a drive maybe, because like I said, I gotta pay for all these repairs on my car. Just leave your comments below and let me know what you'd like to see for new Adventures with Chloe videos. And I'm also planning on wrapping up the presidential highlights videos. I got 3 left to go. I just haven't been motivated to do it. So I think I'm getting close to the end of my time now. Hopefully I'm not done with my time. But anyway, I'm going to close this out now. And so be watching for some new videos. Go over to Silver Star's channel and watch her videos. Subscribe to her. And shout out to John for your comment as well. Please leave your comments below and I can give you a shout out on my future videos. And so with that, I'm going to say we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a sunny day.